Wicked Gang Wars of Milwaukee. How the beef started. Gutter Boys, GBG, 4-1 EBK. I don't know. Milwaukee getting their own documentaries. It's crazy.
Drugs and fraud by two Milwaukee street gangs uncovers previously unknown details as to the motive behind a number of homicides and shootings over the past 2 years.
They block Glock 40, came with a switch. I'll bust this bitch, I'm all away, still a break a brick. Glock with some switches, think these bitches came pack a punch. Green bean with a blue bean, look like Captain Crunch.
This is terrible, ain't it? Alright.
Let's investigate two separate shooting scenes. The first happened around 5:30 on the city's north side. Police found two people with gunshot wounds near 17th and Keefe.
What? Why would they say that? Nigga said that? Why would he say that? Roll a wood up? Is that who that he smells? Why would he say that?
They ain't tryna slaughter. All facts in these raps, nigga, I won't tell a law. I'ma chase his ass down.
12 shots within 6 seconds, altering the lives of 3 families and ending 1 life.
We gon' slide like a skater work at Sonic. My team ballin', I'm the MVP like Giannis. Max came home, step told Glock, no Smith the West. Made Jeremy eat the switch like was out sleep.
What's up?
Max came home, step told Glock, no Smith the West. Made Jeremy eat the switch like was out sleep.
What's up, family? Welcome back to Midwest Rumors, man. Make sure you get in here to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on the latest happening in the Midwest, man. Because today we tap back into the brutal and senseless gang war in Milwaukee between gangs like Gutter Boys or Gutter Mob, Get Busy Gang, 4-1 EBK. And like I always say, I'm not here to glorify. I'm here to bring and spread awareness, because we lose a lot as a whole when we sit back and allow this nonsense to continue. So sit back, hit the like button, and let's get to the content.
Let's hear it.
Now, for those that may not know, Milwaukee has become one of the most dangerous cities in the Midwest, along with places like St. Louis, Detroit, Chicago, Flint, etc. And they had always had a big drug gang problem, right? But around 2017, 2018, it would begin to get worse as more of the youth fell under the deadly influence of social media and rap music and begin to wander out into the streets lacking guidance and mental.
Yeah, probably 2016. Between 2016 to 19, probably, right?
Mentorship. Eventually falling into the gangs looking for that companionship, right? The first crew that started a lot of this madness was the Gutter Boys or Gutter Mob, a reckless gang of teens that would team up and begin jumping and robbing people all over the city.
Caught a face shot. And when everybody hear this shit, I bet they jaw drop. Then slide on the scooters like the mall cop. They say that we the biggest out, but tell them city shots. And all that face reason why they in this blue. All you hear is no normal shots coming. All you hear is switches. And all the house gonna start.
These your niggas right here, Mirror. They shouting you out in all type of songs. Like, look at this.
If you into it with
talking about finally. What is finally? You watch the vid, I quit anyway.
Then stretch coming. Control if it's about.
From the north side to the east side, literally. A lot of them claim the east side, but some would say they was mostly like on the north side. They had a saying, right, called Free 99, come get your shit back, because they would rob local drug dealers and troll online about it, even making certain dudes come buy it back, right? The little dudes was wild, man. This would lead to them getting into beef with another mill.
Free 99, come get your shit back. See, back in my day, it was respect it or check it, or get your ass stripped butt naked. See, that's what it used to be happening back in my day. Now it's free 99, come get your shit back. That's tough. That's tough. You starting already? Oh damn, I forgot you quit. Yeah, Beer, you gotta motherfucking, you gotta carry the torch. I quit.
Milwaukee gang known as 4-1 EBK.
He can't fuck. Draco 75, I put 60 like I'm a crip or something. Homie left his ass, so I was hopping out, ain't missing out.
4-1 EBK.
Wake up in the morning smoking ops on the empty stomach. I don't need Nick for no.
Now, at this time, everybody was still alive, so it was mostly Facebook trolling, and fist fights, right? And like I said,
The good old days. The good old days where people were fighting each other. Now people shoot first and fight just to shoot. Yeah. It's crazy now. Motherfuckers do shoot for looking crazy. You can't look at people. You can't. Shit, don't even say nothing to nobody. You could be talking about my fault. They gon' show you your fault. Don't even say nothing to nobody. Just get out of everybody's way. You can't say what up. Can't say bless you. What you mean? What you mean bless me, nigga? I ain't need no blessings from you cheap ass niggas. See, you can't even say nothing. Can't say nothing. Yeah, it's just tough. It's tough down here. Just keep your eyes peeled. Just keep your eyes peeled. Now you shot for trying to be a good civilian, trying to, a nigga sneeze, you thought you was supposed to say bless you whole time. They feel a certain type of way. You done offended him.
Jumping everybody, bro. And this will lead to other teams linking up and forming different crews. One of those crews that will be formed is Get Busy Gang, or GBG.
In the SRT, Jim smoke that ass every chase. If I'm slime with the Drake, call Big Tay. Long leg Chevy, big down and you gon' get spanked. D10 about that little bitch, she fucked the whole gang.
Now, these young dudes are the ones that got a lot of the stuff started with the beefing and this and the dead, all of that shit, right? According to my sources, they were the ones that started it in Milwaukee, right? They would have prominent popular members like Bill Boy, Lil Wani, GBG, Lil James, Zaheem, Phil, just to name a few, right? And they would end up beefing with Gutter Mob because of the relationship.
Where do these YouTube videos get the pictures from? It gotta be Facebook, right? This shows us that y'all be putting too much on your Facebook. I do quit, bro. Get out my face. You shouldn't even be here. I quit. Like, how's we getting some of these pictures? I'm seeing niggas. I thought they said these was teenagers. These teenagers right here? It can't be right. These can't be no damn teenagers. Like, these can't be no damn teenagers. Those can, but these can't be.
To name a few, right? And they would end up beefing with Gutter Mob because of the relationship that GBG had with 41 EBK at the beginning, right? One day, GBG members
said, "You blew it that quick." Hey, if that's what you believe.
Zaheem and Villboy would be caught by Washington High School and spotted by Gutter Boy members.
Washington High School? You don't want to go to Washington High School. Chicken wouldn't even survive at Washington High School. You don't want to go to Washington.
And would be chased and beaten bad, bro.
God damn, chased and beaten bad. Who got chased and beaten bad again? Hold on. Who got left off bad and bougie? He get left off bad and bougie.
Villboy would be caught by Washington High School and
Zaheem and Villboy?
Zaheem and Villboy would be caught by Washington High School and spotted by Gutter Boy members and would be chased and beaten bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And after this, it would be on site between the two.
Which group did he say was claiming East Side again? I forgot. Cause Washington High School ain't nowhere near the East Side. So what group was claiming the East Side again? All right, let me stay out.
Two groups. Wani and Villboy would start really like pushing the issue and making guys pick a side, because a lot of members of GBG was fake still trying to be cool with Gutter Boy members. You know what I'm saying? Because the Gutter Boys, they was popular. They had Lando Max that was rapping. They had another dude, Stretch Hunter. You feel me? Both of them boys was decent, and they was.
There's no way I live down here. He's telling me random new niggas that motherfucking rap that is popular. Who the fuck is Stretch Hunter and Lando Max? When did they get popular? Oh yeah, I must be old. I must be old. They must be out of my motherfucking out of my age range. Cause there's no way. I ain't never heard nobody play no goddamn. Never mind. Alright.
Pretty popular in the city, so you know they had that clout, and a lot of the GBG dudes were still, like I say, trying to be fake cool to kick it, and Lil Wayne and Billboy wasn't having it. You feel what I'm saying? One day GBG Lil James would down there get set up and his gun took by Gutter Mob members after they would brag on Facebook about plotting to backdoor him. You know what I'm saying? For basically trying to hang. Allegedly, this is the reason GBG Lil James really started going at them, right? Now, like I said, the little Gutter Boy dudes was grimy, so I don't know what he was thinking trying to hang. They kind of had a reputation, right? They had members like Sean, JJ, Bucci, Renzo. You know what I'm saying? It was a few of them dudes over there. Like I said, Lando Max, Stretch Hunter, just to name a few. Now, remember, we did the episode on Renzo and Sean Boys, right? This was before they passed. They both was affiliated with Gutter Mob or Gutter Boys, whatever you want to call them. I was told that once Sean died, that kind of made them popular. They kind of turned up because Sean was real popular. He knew everybody. And then they lost Renzo, right? He would be killed by an older dude for trying to basically steal or rob from him. Now, this is where all the dissing would start, right? GBG, Lil Wayne, Billboy, all of them, they would go on a trolling campaign, dissing Renzo all over social media, right? Even going to his
oblivious, huh?
And like pissing on the wall where they had them painted up. You know, they in Milwaukee they make like the trees and the murals on the wall. And these dudes went to the wall, pissing on the wall, taking pictures, just disrespecting, bro. And they was doing that just to antagonize the Gutter Boy dudes, right? Even though they had nothing to do with the murder of Renzo. You feel me? Now, Renzo Boys were formed and they would click up with YPC and Gutter Mob. Around this time, Wayne would catch Phil
with YPC.
Still hanging with the ops. Because like I said, a lot of them Wayne would click up with YPC and Gutter Mob. Around this time, Wayne would catch Phil still hanging with the ops. Because like I said, a lot of them dudes was switching sides and playing both sides, being fake cool and all of that. Now Wayne would catch Phil kind of hanging with the ops, still fucking with him, and he'd get into a fight with him and end up knocking Phil tooth out. Lil Phil would hate Wayne after this, and he would really...
Well, how do he know that? Knock Lil Phil tooth out, folks. Now Lil Phil walking around like chicken toothless. That's crazy.
He started hanging with the Gutter Boy dudes, right? And it's rumored that Billboy Jr. would set Phil up and kill him for hanging with them. And I guess he was low-key dropping locations and all of that. I'm not even sure, right? But I know that he would allegedly be killed for basically hanging with Gutter Boy dudes, and he was supposed to be, you know, GBG. This was spread through the city, and a lot of people were saying it was the dudes on the trays, you feel me, on like 35th and North Ave by Big Sharks, you feel me. Billboy name kept coming up because of the constant dissing, and allegedly he stayed on the trays. You feel what I'm saying? It was locked in over there with a lot of them dudes. So, you know, his name started coming up in a lot, man. Bro was on some other shit. Anyway, this would lead to them creating Field Boys, and they would start dissing and targeting GBG members as well, right? GBG started beefing with everybody, man. They was getting into it with everybody. These boys was beefing, like I say, bro, they was, man, the whole north side, east side, all of that. And it would only get worse because Gutter Boys would lose another member called E Gutter.
Okay, so I'm getting it a little bit. So they started beefing with everybody just because of all the dissing that they was doing towards dead niggas. But whole time the niggas that they was dissing was really on their ass. And then once them niggas finally died, they start dissing them more. Okay, I'm getting it.
Eric, right? Now, he would be caught at a red light and would be brutally gunned down. And it would be alleged that Billboy and Lil James, GBG Lil James, was involved in this shit, right?
3-5 a nation, got me third as a bitch. We ain't even get to catching me, got smoked by a bitch. I don't wanna be for Bubba, that little nigga snitch. Call E down bad, I heard the chop hit his whip.
But who really knows, right? Because Wani, Bill Boy, GBG, Lil James, them niggas' names was coming up in a lot of these hits. You get what I'm saying? But you would never really know because it's a bunch of rumors and allegations, bro. You feel me? And you got to think about it. These kids be going on hits 7, 8 deep. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who really shot them. That's why they get booked and start blaming each other. He the one shot him. I ain't shoot. I was shoot. You know what I'm saying? It just be a bunch of nonsense, bro. Because y'all got 5, 6, 7 motherfuckers jumping out of car, shooting at one person. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, right after this, the Gutter Mob members was attempting to buy GBG members' locations and would even get the drop on Boy Jr., but decided to not shoot because his mom was with them. They would even get another.
They didn't shoot the nigga because his mom was with him. I thought they said these niggas was grimy. Hold on, let me hear it one more time. I couldn't have heard that correctly.
Okay. But anyway, right after this, the Gutter Mob members was attempting to buy GBG members' locations and would even get the drop on Boy Jr., but decided to not shoot because his mom was with them. They would even
couldn't have been that grimy then. Shit.
The location and would slide and shoot up his dad's house. Luckily, nobody was injured. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I spoke too soon. My fault. I spoke too soon. My fault. They said they ain't wanna shoot you in front of your mama, but shit, pops fair game. Give a fuck about a pops. All right, I get it.
Yeah, but them boys was looking for him. They was on his head, man. Because like I said, bro, name was coming up in a lot of shit.
Them niggas tried to kill the house, cause them niggas is bitch.
Anybody that know we know I don't go over here like that. And me and my dad don't talk. How did they know where the house was?
These niggas is PRs, you hear me?
They would even pull up on his mom. You know what I'm saying? Up in Draco's and choppers, putting them all in her face because they looking for this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And they ran up on the car thinking he was in there, and it was just his mom's, bro. But luckily, these dudes, like I
y'all, to the y'all letting that happen. That's wild. Yeah, they wild.
Little Gutter Mob dudes, they wasn't just shooting randomly in crowds and doing a bunch of shit like that, shooting up cars and much of shit.
They shut up.
Like they actually was trying to like get the ones that they was targeting. You get what I'm saying? They wasn't, because there was a couple situations that I was told where they could have got down on family and people that was around, and they didn't. Right, just like the situation with his mom, and you know they decided not to do that. But anyway, after this, now GBG, them niggas grimy. They ain't really giving no passes. They don't really care.
Oh,
right?
so GBG is the grimy ones. Gutter Mob was grimy until the so basically it was a few grimy niggas in the Gutter Mob, and then I guess they passed, and now they ain't as grimy no more. But the get busiers, they're the grimy ones. All right, I'm getting it.
End up using the female to get a location of one of the Gutter Mob members by the name of Kells, right? And they would end up spotting him walking up the street and shoot him multiple times in the back, paralyzing him, bro.
What? They paralyzed this nigga? What the fuck?
Him walking up the street and shoot him multiple times in the back, paralyzing.
GB for life, Kales?
Yeah, bro. And to make it worse, bro, they would even start trolling and antagonizing this dude, right?
Niggas say you will never walk the same. What?
Phil Boy would even text the dude.
This nigga sent him a whole paragraph talking about I work every day and I'm breathing. More money in my pocket every day. That shit ain't nothing to me. Oh yeah, I keep a bad bitch and my dick work. This is how y'all be talking to y'all ops? Y'all be letting them know that y'all dicks work? Alright.
Kills after
Nigga say, you know I was pissed when I heard you made it. These niggas is sick. Oh
the
my
word
God.
trolling him, right? Saying he was pissed that he made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro was reckless as hell and wild, bro. And have been allegedly involved, like I said, in like 2-3 different murders, bro. But they would take a major blow, right? And I'm talking about GBG, right? Because they would end up losing one of their most prominent members when Lil Wani would be shot and killed on 41st and Lloyd in 41 EBK hood, trying to pull up on a female. Now, this incident is what started the war between them because, like I said, 41 and GBG was locked in at the beginning, right?
Did they say he was pulling up on a
41st and Lloyd in 41 EBK hood, trying to pull up on a female. Now, this incident is what started the war between them because, like I said, 41 and GBG was locked in at the beginning, right? But when GBG pulled up, the 41 EBK dudes ain't know who it was. They thought it might have been, you know, gutter mob members, and just started booming, blowing at the car. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And Wani would be the only one that got hit. And it was alleged and rumored that 41 EBK, Lil Rob was the one shooting. And after they found out it wasn't the ops, they tried apologizing, tried to squash it and everything, bro. But Wani family and friends wasn't having it. You get what I'm saying? Lil Rob's mom would even call to try to apologize and try to get things under control, but Wani's mom wasn't having it, bro.
Yeah, what do you mean apologizing? What do they mean by that? There's no way you think after you shoot somebody's car up, because you thought it was the ops and it ended up being your homie, there's no way you think that we're going to be okay just because you came apologizing. How about you figure out who's in the car first? That's crazy.
She wanted revenge, and the GBG dudes would start sliding and beefing, you know what I'm saying, with 41 EBK on behalf of that shit, bro. And it's a lot more to get into, but we gonna tap into that on another episode, bro. It's a lot, you hear me? Because the dude, Ville Boy, he end up like leaving the city or going missing or some shit like that. Like I say, bro was hot as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was on his head. And then after, you know, Wani died, I think Wani was like his cousin or, like his little cousin or something like that. I think they was family. You know what I'm saying? So they said he'd just go missing and stop fucking with everybody. But yeah, bro, it's a lot to this, bro. And what's really crazy is the whole situation with the moms. You know, the mom trying to call and squash the shit. and I get it. Right, because that's not your kid. So of course you're gonna try to squash it, but imagine how the mom feel that just lost the kid. You know, of course she's gonna be like, yeah, it's war, it's beef. You know, that's just a mother's love, her emotions as a woman. You know, at that moment we needed men to step in. Like, hey, listen, all right, it was a mistake. We gotta figure this shit out. We gotta figure this shit out because the woman's emotions get involved.
That's true. Definitely needed to be some niggas involved. Some level thinking niggas involved. Because obviously all the niggas probably just try to retaliate, revenge. But them being geeked up by the mob, no, get on them niggas' ass. Fuck them. We own that. Well, we ain't taking no motherfucking sorries. Them niggas go cry just like we cried. The mob definitely shouldn't have been saying that. Just geeked all they heads up. Now they definitely finna be on go.
And now, you feel me? All the little dudes they ready to crash out behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? It becomes much worse than it had to be, right? But y'all get in the comments, man.
Y'all let me know. Cap or facts? Free grams versus SNG. Literally. This nigga said, every day we on that murder shit. Heart Milwaukee, I'm here in Tulsa. Okay. Yeah, BOS is folks. Got a whole bunch of Milwaukeeans arguing with each other, I see. Why would he say all this? Okay. What, bro? No, no, they don't. No, they don't sound like Detroit. Don't nobody want to be like Detroit.